was kind of different in the fourth quarter. Started kind of that was just hard to get offense going.
Yeah, it was kind of tough. They started off fourth quarter strong. Try to figure out how to get our rhythm. They went zone, and we got to just try to figure out how to navigate that better. Coaches put us in a good situation. We got to just execute better as a team. So, when teams do that, when they make an adjustment, we got to make an adjustment too to keep the flow going, keep the pace going. I think we had good pace the whole game. But when they try to slow us down, we got to execute.
What did you like about it? I think it was one thing that feels like the only thing worked on the last 2 days was.
Say that again.
I think the only thing that was worked on last 2 days felt like late game situations, presses, things like that. How did you feel like the press was late, trying to turn them over quick?
It was great. It was great. We had a good day of practice. Practicing late game situations, our press defense, and for JB to put that in, such a in a quick time frame, and for us to pick that up was impressive. I think that aggression that we had we turned them over, but the aggression that we had, especially down that stretch where towards the end of the fourth, I think we got to try to maintain that over the 48-minute period, and then we won't be in that situation.
I know the wins haven't been there, but last 5 games y'all were 5th in offense. The pace has improved, the shot quality has improved a great deal. How do you keep on going after it, knowing that things are still improving, but the wins aren't there?
Yeah. Was that 23 games we just played? So we have about 59 left. It's still a long season, and I think you have a small margin for error right now. But I think the numbers that they're showing us, like you just said, each and every game is something that we can hang our hat on, know that we're improving now. Just the details, right? Like last game, we had the game, made a couple mistakes down the stretch. This game, we was in it and they won a 15-0 run, stuff like that. So you gotta just clean that up.
You're about to have some more time between games coming up in the schedule. How much is that going to help this team? You feel like with just how JB's quickly, making adjustments and stuff?
Yeah, he's gonna be good, man. He's a great coach. He's doing a great job of making adjustments along the way with the resources that he has. And for me personally, I like playing games every other day, but I think having that practice time is gonna help us get better. Because we only probably had a handful of practices under with this new regime. So I think it's definitely gonna help.
Saddiq, can you talk a little bit about how detail-oriented James Borrego is as a head coach?
Very. He's showing us our margin for errors, how that's affecting us down the stretch, and it's in practice and film. He shows us all the numbers and analytics of how much we're getting better and where we need to improve, and that if we get better in these areas, we could start winning games. So he's doing a great job.
How important is it to see something, like to see the numbers, to see things trending in the right way when the wins aren't going like you want, but to see, hey, there is some level of progress?
Yeah, it's good. For me, I guess I'm kind of old school sometimes. I'm not a big analytics person. I think sometimes they don't show the entire game, but the analytics that he shows us is actually really shows us our improvements, and I'm really starting to understand that it makes sense. The things that we're being shown. So it's a good yin and yang, and for us, all of us to be able to understand where we're getting better and how we can improve throughout the season.
How good to see Carlo back out there? What do you think about how he played?
Yeah, I was telling him, I was like, that for him to miss that time and dunk the ball how he was dunking is crazy. I've never seen it, you know what I mean? So he's a great player. Plays hard every possession. He's a good asset for us. For sure.